Hey guys, so today's video is going to be really fun. It's a video I've never done before, and it is a 13 personal questions tag video. I've been doing YouTube for several months now. I've been doing it technically for over a year, but really only actively for probably like 9 or 10 months or so. So I thought that this would be a really fun way for you guys to get to know a little bit more about me and who I am. And for you guys, you can post in the comments below your answers to these questions so that I can get to know a little bit more about you. And this tag was a video that I watched on the channel A Transitional Life. She is new to YouTube and she's just got a couple of her first couple videos up, and I thought this was really fun, and so I tagged myself and made my own video. So I will link to her channel below. If you have not seen any of her videos yet, I definitely think you should check her out. I know that she is going to be great at this, so definitely give her a shout out. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into this because I've tried filming this a couple times and I cannot seem to get this under 20 minutes. So I'm going to try to talk fast and get through it so that you guys will actually want to watch it. So first question is, what do you order at Starbucks? And typically I will order kind of a darker roast, just plain coffee. I'm not the biggest Starbucks fan. I actually prefer Caribou coffee. But if I'm out and about and Starbucks is the only thing that they have, I will typically try to get like a French roast or I'm trying to think of the other ones, whatever dark roast they have. I really like their reindeer blend coffee that they have right now. And in the fall, I do like their pumpkin spice latte. Although the first one I had this year was no good, but the other ones that I had after that were pretty okay. And then again at Starbucks, or excuse me, at Caribou, I will order just a plain coffee. And every now and then I'll have something a little bit frou-frou, but I just like plain coffee. So that's that. Question number 2, what is the can't live with item in your closet, or can't live without item in your closet? This is a really hard question. I don't know what to say. I think it would probably, which is odd, would probably be like dresses and or leggings. Jeans you can wear anywhere, and luckily I can wear them to work. But again, if I didn't have any jeans in my closet, I would find other things to wear. So I would say, like, I really love wearing dresses and tights, especially for fall and winter. In the summer, I love sundresses with flip-flops. So I think that would probably be it. Otherwise, leggings. Like, I love leggings and baggy t-shirts and baggy sweatshirts and tunics. I think those are really great. So that was a really hard question for me to come up with an answer to. Question number 3, what's one thing people don't know about you? And this is actually really funny, and if you know me, you might know this. I know there's a group of people that know this because this was part of a game that we played when I was in college, but I am terrified of whales. And by the way, I live in the Midwest. I don't live near the ocean at all. But I'm terrified. Like, talking about it gets my heart racing, and I like get all worked up and nervous and stressed out about it. Like, they're just so big. They're just so big, and they're huge, and they're just there, and they're big, and they freak me out. Just freak me out. They make me nervous. Like when the commercials for, I think it's Pacifica Insurance or something, come on, I just get, like, I can't even watch them. I have to close my eyes, plug my ears. I can't even stand it. Those machines that people use to fall asleep that have like the whale sounds, that would horrify me. Like, I would never be able to fall asleep. If somebody started playing that, I'd be like, that's it, I'm done for the night. I cannot go to bed. Like, horrifies me. And I don't know why. I don't know why. It's so bizarre, but it just stresses me out like no other, and it freaks me out. In movies, if they are on the screen, like in Finding Nemo, I think there's one towards the end, can't do it. Cannot do it. Freaks me out. Question number 4. What's one thing you'd like to do before you die? I definitely would like to travel a little bit more. Growing up, we moved around a lot and traveled to quite a few different states within the U.S., but there's still a lot more that I'd love to go explore and see. And the other thing I'd like to do is I'd love to go to Europe to see specifically Ireland and Russia. We have both of those things in our family heritage, both of those nationalities, I guess would be the word. And I would just love to go see each of those countries. I think they're both amazing and they have such history there. And I think it would be so great to go visit and just see. So that is definitely one thing that is on my bucket list. Question number 5, what's one food that you cannot live without? Sorry that I keep looking over here. I have everything written down. But the food that I cannot live without is definitely potatoes. Like, I love potatoes. I love baked potatoes. I love mashed potatoes, cheesy potatoes, french fries, chips, potatoes. Like, when I lived on my own and had an apartment, I used to make myself a baked potato every night for dinner, and I would just put a little bit of butter and some pepper and real bacon pieces on top. And that's what I ate. And I know, like, It probably wasn't the most like nutritionally balanced meal, but I definitely feel like I could do worse. So I definitely really liked those. And when I want a snack, I usually go for chips, not candy. So those that would be like my life would definitely suck if we didn't have potatoes anymore. That would be a major bummer for me. Question number 6. What's one quote you'd live your life by? And this sounds really, really cheesy, but I try so, so hard, especially in difficult and trying situations, to treat others as though like the way I want to be treated. So like the golden rule. Because I find that it's just so hard, especially in a difficult situation. It's like, okay, if I was that person, how would I want them to treat me? And it's just really hard, and I'm not always great at it. I'm not always perfect at it, but I try really hard. Or in situations where it's somebody who like could be my mom or it could be my best friend, and I'm like, how would I want them treated if they were in this situation? So I try really hard. It doesn't mean I'm great at it. It doesn't mean I'm successful at it every single time, but it's something that I try really hard to kind of think of when I'm faced with difficult and trying situations, to kind of like, okay, if this, was my mom, or if this was whatever, how would I want to be treated in this situation, so that I can kind of try to make the best choices. So that is the only thing I can come up with. There's tons and tons of quotes. I have tons of quotes on Pinterest that I pin all the time that I just love. I love all the ones about like being yourself and staying true to yourself and not relying on others to make yourself happy. Like you have to do it for you. Those are all kinds of things that I really love and I do try to live my life by. But I think the overall like main theme was the treat others the way you want to be treated. So question number 7, what do you like and dislike about the YouTube community? I really love all the information. It is amazing to me that I can come to YouTube and look up like how to make something, or how to put makeup on, or how to do my hair, or how to style your clothes, or just how to do your nails. I mean, there's just so much information, and even above and beyond like beauty and fashion, there's so much stuff that you can learn on YouTube, and news clips and like comedy clips and just all kinds of fun things. I think that's so great. And for the most part, the people that are doing them are very fun and nice to watch. And nice, they seem like they would, not nice to watch, but like they would be really nice people, and like they're genuinely interested in what they're talking about. So I think that's really great. What do I dislike about the YouTube community? I think it's kind of the nastiness and the haters. Like I just will watch these videos and I see some of the comments that people are posting, and I'm like, that's so inappropriate or so irrelevant, that just stop it with all your rudeness and go somewhere. Like seriously, it drives me crazy that people just think because they're online that they can be so nasty to other people, and it just is ridiculous. So that drives me nuts. Question number 8, what is your number one song on your iPad or iTunes? Or I suppose iPod and iPhone would work too. And mine right now is Black Sheep, and it's by Jin Wigmore, and she's an artist, I believe, from like the New Zealand area. She was the musician in the Target Gift of Revenge commercial that aired several weeks back, like probably a month ago now. But it was at the final commercial when they had all gotten their invitations to come to this address for this party, and they walked in, and then all of a sudden this music started playing, and she was the artist that was playing, and it was the song Black Sheep. And I just luckily saw that on Twitter that it was her, and so then I was like looking all over to try to find that song, and it's just amazing. I really, really like it. She's got kind of a different style voice. I would say she's more like a Duffy, Adele, kind of not your mainstream teeny bopper pop music stuff. She's definitely, I just really like it. So if you've never heard of her, or you haven't heard that song, go check it out. I think you'll really like it. So that is that. Question number 9, what kind of styles would you say that you have? Well, if we looked at our YouTube videos, or my YouTube videos, you would probably think that I'm pretty casual and pretty lazy, and just like, this is a really awesome wrap that I have, by the way, because I'm really cold right now. But usually when I'm filming my YouTube videos, it's the end of the day, or it's first thing in the morning on the weekends or whatever, so I'm in my pajamas, or I'm in like workout clothes or whatever. And on the rare occasion when I do have like something non-pajama-y lounge style on, it's because it's the end of the day and I haven't changed clothes yet. But I typically would say that my style is probably more trendy to classic. I love a lot of the trends, but I don't try all of them. But I try to incorporate something new into my wardrobe as much as I can in terms of what's kind of trendy. But I guess even when I look at the trends, it's like, okay, neon is super big right now. So maybe rather than getting a pair of like neon high heels, I'll get like a neon cardigan or a neon belt, or something that, while it's trendy now, it is also a piece or style of trend, that makes any sense, that could be worn later on down the road that wouldn't be so obviously 2012 or so 1995 or whatever. So that's what I kind of try to do with my style. Question number 10, what is your favorite number? My favorite number is 13 because I am rebellious. Way back in the day when everybody said that was so unlucky and like awful and it's a bad number and whatever, I'm like, okay, then that's going to be my favorite number because everyone else seems to be so anti that number, that's going to be mine. And so like in the 5th grade, which was a ridiculously long time ago, I kind of picked that number as my favorite and that's always mine. Like if I go somewhere for a meat raffle, or which if you're not from the Midwest and frankly not from Minnesota or Wisconsin, you probably would not know what a meat raffle is, but if you go to one of those, or if you pick a lottery ticket or anything like that, I am always like, I want number 13. So that's my favorite number. Question number 11, what are 2 hobbies that you have? And I guess number 1 would be YouTube. This is definitely a hobby of mine. I wish that I got paid to do it. I wish that it, could take up more of my time than it already does. But YouTube is definitely one of my favorite hobbies. I love to film videos. I love to watch other people's videos, and I just think it's really fun. The other hobby that I have is probably selling Mark. For those of you that don't know, I am a Mark Repp, and I have another channel that's devoted for all of those products. But it is a beauty and fashion kind of boutique style direct selling company, and I am a representative for them. So that is definitely a hobby job of mine. Otherwise, I don't know. Like I think of hobbies as like flying kites and building paper airplanes and collecting cars and that kind of stuff, and I don't do any of that. So that's a hard question. Question number 12, what are your 2 biggest pet peeves? And I think the 2 biggest pet peeves I have are well, number 1, it drives me absolutely insane, and I am guilty of this from time to time, but because it irritates me so much when other people do it, I try not to do it, and it's the whole fishing for compliments. I think girls are far worse at it than guys, but I've seen guys do this too, and it's like, kind of making a negative comment about yourself or making something, and you can tell that they don't really mean it or that they don't really think that, but they want to say it because they want you to compliment them or you to say, oh no, that's not true, you're not, this, that, or whatever, you're amazing. And so that really drives me nuts. I mean, it's one thing to have like a legitimate issue or a question, like one of your girlfriends is like, okay, what do you think of these pants? That you can, say to like your best friend and be like, yeah, I wouldn't go with those if I were you. But when it's somebody that's like constantly asking, that drives me insane. I don't notice that too much anymore. I notice a lot more in college and in high school. But now that I'm a little bit older, I think most of my friends and I are at a point in our life where we're pretty confident and satisfied with who we are and what we have to offer the world, I guess. So, but that drives me insane. The other biggest pet peeve I have is I spend a lot of time driving to and from work every day, and people's driving habits suck. They do. I am not the world's most perfect driver, but the inability of people to use their turning signal or blinker is ridiculous. I mean, I cannot imagine that there are that many cars on the road that were made without a blinker or that all have burnt out blinkers at the same time. I mean, it drives me insane. And they cut you off or they tailgate you really bad, and it's like, whoa, this is the freeway, not the Psychic Friends connection. I'm sorry, I did not know that you needed to be over or that whatever. And it just drives me insane because it just makes people look like a-holes, and it drives me nuts. So that is definitely a pet peeve. And the final question, number 13, is what is your guilty pleasure? And I would definitely have to say that is makeup. I love to talk about it. I love to watch about it on YouTube. I like to go to Sephora and Ulta's websites and check out, and as well as like brand websites. Like I love to go to the Urban Decay website, and I love to go check out Philosophy and all of those other websites and just look at what's new and what's upcoming and check out the swatches and read the descriptions and kind of make like wish lists and that kind of thing. And then like when I go to the drugstore, like I cannot go to Target and not look at the makeup. It's like physically impossible for me to go in there and not look at it. I have to walk by and look. So that is definitely a guilty pleasure that I have, and I think a lot of you guys that are watching probably have that guilty pleasure too. So anyway, that is it for the 13 questions tag. I'm so excited that I got this down to under 20 minutes. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this. If you have not already, please click on subscribe. I don't know, they moved the subscribe button, so up there or down here, click on it. Check the info bar box below because I will post information about a Transitional Lives channel. I don't know her real name or her non-YouTube name, so I'm sorry about that. But go check her out. I would definitely try to I would definitely tell you to do that. Sorry, I'm like losing my train of thought. But anyway, that's all I have for today, guys. So thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, everybody.